retired riders, new gens, characters that increase or decrease.
How exactly does this year's online mode work?
It's reward to wear the yellow jersey the next day.
Yeah. Will the Giro Vuelta ever be harder? Hello everyone, today I'm here with Antoine, who's a developer for the Tour de France 2025 game. How are you doing today?
So I'm Antoine, donc I've been working on TDF for 14 years now. I started to work at Cyanide on PCM on TDF. I was working on both games as an intern, and then I stay in Cyanide for TDF.
What part of Tour de France have you worked on specifically?
This year?
Yeah.
Yes, this year. We work on the new engine, Unreal Engine 5. It's a big work. We are very happy and proud to make this exist in the game because we've been working on that improvement for more than 4 years.
Yeah.
And we knew that the community players were asking for that. When we are on internet, we can see the comments that it's a PlayStation 2 game,
yeah.
Or even worse. But we can't talk. We are working on it, but we can't announce it before we are sure it will come, because the plan was to get the new engine 1 or 2 years before, but it was a bit long. But yeah, it is in the game.
It looks good.
Yes, I think the first feedbacks are very good.
So what were some of the challenges with switching to Unreal Engine?
The biggest challenge, I would say, is that we check all our pipelines, our tools. Some tools we are used to use on every day. We have to record them from scratch, and we have to learn a new way to work with Unreal Engine, because it's a modern engine with a new process. Those processes are more efficient, but they are new, so you have to learn, and learning, it costs some time. And for example, updating the jerseys in the game, it was something like 5 minutes, and it's okay. And with the new process, the new pipelines, it's no. There's nothing in the game. Why? So you have to ask programmers why it doesn't work. And he says, no, you have to do like that now. Yeah. But you didn't tell me. But okay. Let's try again together. And now it's like that. But we've spent 1 day to understand how
it started.
Yes.
What possibilities does the new engine unlock that it didn't previously unlock?
Maybe I can speak with an example. For example, the jerseys. There was about with team jerseys, national jerseys, and champion jerseys. There was about 50 jerseys in the game, and it was almost impossible to add 1 or 2 jerseys, because the game was made like that, with a big texture, with all the jerseys inside these textures, but you can't have 2 textures, otherwise memory will explode, and the game will crash. With Unreal Engine, it doesn't work like that. Now there is about 50 jerseys just for the national champion. So a lot of players were saying, there is not the national champion of Ecuador, for example, for Carapaz. So now it's possible. We have more national championship jerseys. We have also more national selection jerseys. We've added 8 teams, so we don't have all the teams, because we need at least 7 riders per team.
All right.
So for us, for Africa teams, I'm sorry, but with 1 or 2, we don't have the rules, the official rules,
yeah.
in which you can have just have one rider at the start of a World Championship. So now it's minimum 7. So, but it's an improvement because before there was around 100 riders at the start of the World Championship. Now we're around 120, something like that. Donc it's a bit of improvement and it's more realistic.
Adds like a lot of variety to the gameplay.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, important question. How exactly does this year's online mode work?
The main addition this year is the fact that you can play with friends. You can invite your friends to play against them. On the same format as last year. It's a criterium mode, so it's short races, the end of the stage. But in my criterium you can customize it. You can choose if you want very short or long. So long is 40, 50 kilometers depending on the stage. But you can also set if you want bot with in your party, so you can play only against humans, or you can add bots if you want. You can choose a random. I don't know how it's translated into English, but alea. You can choose if you want, for example, if you want power-ups or not. If you want just one rider or two, you can choose the day feeling. So you have some parameters you can change. And I think the main one is that you can choose to play with real characteristics. So you can use Pogacar with 83, I think, in mountain. But it's just when you play with your friends. You can go in criterium mode and gain points with cheated riders or something like that. So we consider that when you play with friends, you are honest with them. and you say, hey, okay, it's a party with real riders, so use your best riders. So this is the main addition, and we also add leaderboards. So there are 6 leaderboards. So there is one that will be a yearly leaderboard. So it's for the like in chessmate, kind of elo. You play depending on the points of your opponents. You will earn or lose more or less points. There is also 5 daily leaderboards. They will be reset every night. And the aim of this leaderboard, the first one, we call it Yellow Jersey. So it's the player who will win the most stage in the day.
In that 24 hours.
Will win this leaderboard. And its reward will be to wear the yellow jersey the next day. But it will become a kind of it will be visible in the race, so the other they know its rank is very good. So
you play against that one guy, you're like, oh.
there may be alliance to against this player. So it's a gift, but you have to prove you can keep it. So there is the same thing for the green jersey. So it will be the reward for the player who will win the most consecutive wins in the day. There is a polka dot jersey for the player who will have the best ratio of victories in the day. There is a yellow jersey. It's a bit tricky to explain this one. This one is for the player who will earn the most watt points. What are the points you earn at the end depending on the opposition. And the last one is it's not a jersey. It's combativity bib.
Combativity number,
Combativity number, and this is for the player who will earn the most points in the day. So we hope that it will add a more competitive aspect to this mode.
In terms of AI, what kind of improvements have been made this year?
We had a big focus on the sprints, massive sprints, because it comes from the community. In fact, there is a lot of feedbacks from PCM at the end, not at the end, but when at the end of no, not at the end, but at the launch of PCM 24. So as it's very easy on PC to make patch. On PCM, they continue to work on sprint. So on TDF, it only comes now.
Yeah.
For PCM players, they already have it, but we work on that. We also work on the specific case when there is often stages that are medium mountain, but the end, the last 30 or 50 kilometers are flat, and sometimes there is a sprinter in that group, and the game doesn't take it into account. He says, okay, it's a medium mountain, my best rider is, maybe I can say, maybe Michael Matthews. So he's in the group, but he has, in his team, he has Ben O'Connor. So Ben O'Connor at the start was the best, but in fact, in the last 50 kilometers, Ben O'Connor want to win a sprint. It's not possible. Michael Matthews is better than him in this situation, and the game was not dynamic. He say, okay, my leader is Ben O'Connor, and Ben O'Connor won't ride for Michael Matthews to provoke to a bunch sprint. So now this will be possible. An AI will say, okay, I've got a good sprinter with me. I will work for him, and I will work behind the escapees so that we can win in a sprint. And just about the AI globally, we don't have a main feature, but we have a lot of fixes. We read on Discord what the community says, and we try to improve, to fix the problems. What comes in my mind, it is windy area, the echelon, that were not very good in TD24, and we also work on that. That's not a new feature, but we made some fixes so that we have the riders on the road with the specific, how would you say, form schema. It's more recognizable than before. There was a spread on the road, but not in this specific line. So we work also on that.
In terms of the future of the game, will modding be a thing in the future, or is it already a thing?
Modding is not in our plan. Really, it's something we know. It's very strange because we know players on PCM, they have modding. It's kind of it's an evidence. But on TDF, we have to validate a lot of things because it's we use the license of ISO and Tour de France, the game is really linked to ISO, and we can do everything we want. On PCM, it's quite different because PCM it's its own license. We use Tour de France, but it's bigger than Tour de France. And the main problem is that modding on console is still something quite difficult. And we don't want to make features only for PC players. So it's not that's not something
it's not something you're planning to do.
Yes. If it becomes very easy, I think we have no real reason not to do that. As you can see on PCM, I just say it's fantastic. What the community is doing is jerseys, frames, helmets, even frames. I see sunglasses. So, but on TDF, each object will have to be validated. So it's a lot of work.
A lot of people have asked me this one. In the future, will you be able to change teams as a rider in Pro Leader?
Pro team, pro leader?
Pro leader, yeah. Or both.
I will speak of the both because they are linked. In fact, Pro leader has been created on the basis of the pro team, and if we do something on one mod, we have to do it on the other one. It's very linked in the code. It's almost the same. So they are like that. Yes. And I will say we have a problem with the pro team, as it was an arcade mode at the start 10 years ago. It was very arcade. So transfers were not in our mind at this moment. It was just I purchased rider, I unlocked some new races. And I think we are at the end of the road for this vision. So the next vision will have to take into account transfers, but transfers means retired riders, new gens, characters that increase or decrease. So it's massive. It's very big. We are thinking about it, designing around these ideas, and it's a big work. So I don't know when it will come, but we have that in mind. But I can't say it's when it will come.
The final question I have is something that I get asked every year. Will the Giro World ever be a card?
Never say never. But no, that's to be very, how can I say, it's a production problem. In fact, our state now is that Unreal Engine has come to the game, but the work for us is not finished.
No.
It is not finished for the game. We have a lot of things to improve, but there is also our tools. It means that currently the stages are made with the stage editor. It's not the same tool for PCM and TDF. And our objective is to make one tool for the two games. And this tool will have to run under Unreal Engine 5. This is not the case for the moment. And this works. It's almost like making Unreal Engine for the game. It's very big. And that's why productivity has not increased on the last year, because we are focused on Unreal Engine. Of course. And we hope that when this tool on Unreal Engine 5 will be available for our level designers, we hope we will have better productivity. And I think it will come in the next years, I hope. And when it will come, I can answer yes, but for the moment it's clearly not possible, because of course. We don't have the time. And moreover, on TDF, making more stage is not just as easy as because you have to add commentaries. Even all stages we use for variants, it's just that we take this stage and it's okay, it will work. Sometimes we'll have to adapt something because something has broken. We don't know why, but level designers have to work on all stage, so to update it, to make them compatible with sometimes new features. So. No, another Grand Tour. It's it's very difficult.
I understand. Well, that's all the questions.
Yes, I hope.
Thank you very much.
I hope this was understandable.
It was for sure.
Thank you.